Most High God, please block anybody trying to interfere with this reading. Do step in and deliver your messages to your children. Let's see who's responsible for shutting down my bank account all those years ago. Ready for another deep dive. I'll survive. Let's see who's at the bottom of the deck, shall we? FLEXON. That is my brother. FLEXON come up as the subject matter. Family. We say family. I just heard stolen identity. names that come out is Jules, Jackie's friend, Malika's father's. He claims that this Jules person is his best friend. I've never met Jules. I don't know a thing about Jules. All I know is Jackie said that's his best friend, or it was his best friend in America when he was in America. Jules, really? And another man I know and I'm acquainted with, but apparently his name isn't in the deck yet. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. So we got FLEXON. And some people that are in the barber shop, or whoever responsible for the cafe, whoever is coming to open. When I first moved, there was a barber shop there, and now it's being turned into the cafe. So somebody that's related to that place. Somebody who has some kind of affiliation with that place. And the Anunnaki. And there's another card stuck to the Anunnaki card. The Anunnaki and Rian, the next door neighbor, Duval's best friend. Wow. Let's read on. And Nicki Minaj. My life is just full of superstars, isn't it? And Duval. And we got a big goddess. So that would be a goddess of the negative kind. And Siobhan, my cousin in a Montserrat. Is this Tristan's sister? Auntie Jackie's daughter. And we got Cotton, another one of Auntie Jackie's children. That's Siobhan's brother. And I'm feeling 4 more cards. We got the United States government. And the landlord. I guess this would be the Uxbridge landlord. So they did come out. And the goddess energy again. And one more, and God. God said, that's it. Family. Family, family, family. Family, family, family. Family, family. Family, family. Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, and Duval. Connections. Oh, wow. It would have been nice to find out who this man is. This man I'm acquainted with. Apparently his name is not in the deck. Or maybe God is trying to conceal his identity. Okay, I heard God is trying to conceal his identity. So that means his name is in the deck. You should thank God for not revealing who you are. There's a reason why God is protecting you. Let's first take a look at the man. Let's find out why God is protecting this man. That's the first step I want to take on this one. And then we want to find out about these people down here. Okay, man I know that I'm acquainted with that's responsible for the shutting down of my. How come you're protecting him? With my 2 hands in the air as far as I can. I can, yeah. With my 2 hands in the air as far as I can. Ooh, 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 ooh. take credit because I'm a great manager of money, okay? Okay, so these two wanted to get noticed. Ministry of Finance, Healing. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Meeting place. Okay, the time is now. So from this moment, you see how all these people are supposed to be my family, they just rip my life apart like some vultures. You know? Well, let's find out why God is protecting this other man that I'm acquainted with, who is responsible for the shutting down of my bank account. So Jules is a professional with identity fraud and financial crimes and shit. So I'm guessing whoever's responsible for this cafe that's coming out here is one of the Anunnaki secret agents. Their representative. I'll stay close to the target, you know. So we got Obia Woman Dark Magic wanting to show. So I guess it's a woman. At the bottom of the deck, we got Public Club or Society, the cafe. It's a public space. So it's a woman that is up to no good. Just as a side note. Jaja see them a come, but I and I a conqueror. Jaja see them a come, but I and I a conqueror. Jaja see them a come, but I and I a conqueror. Jaja see Them a cool. My life is a movie. It's like, was it the Truman Show with Jim Carrey, where everything in his life was fake? I'm a real life Truman. So let's find out why God is protecting whoever this is. I'm sure you know who you are. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, the subject matter, we got fear. Interesting. Fear. That's the subject matter. Why is God protecting him? The subject matter is fear. Okay. I'm hearing I'm just a lowly thief. You don't want to smoke. Play with fire, you expect to get burned. Don't you? You want to play with fire, but you don't want to get burned. You want to put your hand right into the fire, but you don't want to get burned. I'm afraid. What do you really think God should do with you? You already did the crime. You don't want to pay the time. I'm just a lowly thief. But it feels weird this way. It feels absolutely not this way. This. Yeah, he don't learn his lesson. He don't want to learn his lesson, but he don't want to get no punishment either. So the reason why God is preserving you and not sharing your name is because God know that you're a little scared bitch of a man. God know that you are fucking frightened out of your shoes. So God said, you know what, I'm gonna spare you this time. Look at the cards that came out. Resources and School of Life, Nature's Lessons, and it's in the reverse. So you want to do the crime, but you don't want to do the time. When it comes time for you to pay for your crime, you are scared and shit. You are scared and shit. You don't want to learn your lesson. God said, I'm going to give you another chance. You want to be resourceful? Professional thief. How is your work hurting other people? You're a major player in the shutting down of my bank account. What do you think your punishment should be? Do you think that was fair to me? And I mean FAIR. Do you think that was justified? Do you think that I deserve You want to commit the crime, and then when it comes time to do the time, now you're scared. Let's see the underlying issue. Oh, assassin podcast. Coded message. Cleaner. In. You're praying to know better? Obia woman, dark magic, oracle. Also, I'm the villain. I'm the villain for exposing you. You better say thank God right now. Thank you right now. Tell God thank you for hiding your identity right now. You want to make a living out of ruining other people's identity, but you want yours to be preserved. Tell God thank you right now. And if you already did, tell God thank you again. Right now. I'm the bad guy. I'm the devil for exposing your crime. You better keep thanking God. And if you know what's good for you, you'll find a different profession. A legal one. Because you're not made for crime. You're a scared little bitch. You're afraid of jail. You're afraid of exposure. You want to kill my podcast. You want to shut it down. That's why my screen keep going dark and then coming bright and going dark and coming bright. So you're a computer genius too. You're a hacker. You wish you could shut it off. My phone screen just, at the first time me ever record, and my phone screen keep going dark, like for a long time, and then bright, and then dark, and then bright. I just haven't said anything, but I see it. And it's not like when, and I got proper lighting, so now when I move around, it doesn't go in and out like that. My lighting is better, so it's not the lighting. You want to shut it off. Don't worry, God is protecting you. God know you couldn't handle it to be exposed. You people are so easy to destroy, and yet you want to make it your business to destroy other people. Do you see the type of power that I hold? If God wanted to expose you today would have been a judgment day for you. But God said, no, I'm going to give you another chance. They're not really like that. Exactly. You're not built like that. You want to be a criminal. Let me show you the cards that's coming next. So apparently, I'm an Obia woman and I'm doing dark magic with these messages. I'm a dark magic oracle because I'm going to expose a criminal. Listen to yourself. You want to shut down my podcast because I'm exposing your criminality. And I'm the bad guy for exposing you. You see your logic? So we got lawyer, preschool. So basically you're saying that I'm not making any sense. Let's read on. About your underground tunnel, your underground business. We got primary school bullying. So notice that's an upgrade. So me speaking the truth about you is preschool vibes, but your underground crime business is primary school vibe. You more higher than me. You're more justified than me. You're bigger than me. You're greater than me. You're supposed to be allowed to continue to steal from people with no consequence. You're supposed to be allowed to continue to bully people with no consequence. Let's read on. Musician male, they're not really like that. You're not built like that. A real criminal is open to accepting the pay for their crime. You do the crime, you do the time. If your mind is built like that, then you built for criminality. If your mind ain't built like that, you need to change your life. Anything that you're doing that you know can get you locked up, you need to stop it. Anything that you're doing that you know can get you fucked up by all the other people that you've probably done this to, you need to stop it. Because I will not. As long as God put your name here, me definitely not gonna try to protect you. Thank God for protecting you today. Thank God for not revealing your identity to the public today. You're not really like that. We got Ministry of Health and the farm. Ministry of Agriculture. What are you cultivating? What are you making? What are you raising? You need to check yourself. Because you're going to fuck up your health. Ministry of Health. Your life depends on this. The laws of the land. You can go to jail. You're free of jail like thief. You need to clean your shit up. If you're Muslim or anything around them kind of, you need to take your ass to church or mosque or wherever. You need to go repent and stop it. You need to go repent and stop it. What you don't want for yourself, do not give it to anybody else. Because next time God probably won't be lenient with you. God save your ass today. Your name is right there in my deck. Judge upholding the law and order. About your illegal activity. All right. It's all right for you to bully people, but it's not okay for you to pay for your crimes. Keep going. See what happened to you. If y'all didn't know that I'm not somebody to play with, you will know. So, please tell us about all these culprits down here, please. What you want us to know about their involvement? FLEXON. God want to talk about FLEXON. FLEXON's involvement. FLEXON's name is at the top of the list. FLEXON is my brother by father. Everybody around me was just taking a chunk out of my life. Like vultures. Next, we're going to find out who's responsible for turning my love life upside down. Maybe not today, but that's the next investigation we're going to do. Let's see. Let's see who's responsible for that. Who's responsible for going around saying that I'm a whore and I just agree to disagree. Maybe God's not ready for that one yet. We'll see. I was saying to myself, that cafe is taking a mighty long time to be completed. They've been working on that since last year. Since last year, probably around the summertime. And now it's another year. And it's just a cafe. How can a cafe take so long to complete? I always thought it was very suspicious, but now with the Anunnaki coming out right after the cafe, it's starting to make sense to me. So what exactly are you people planning to do to me? And it's right next to Malika's bedroom as well, and God was telling me to like block up because right at the base of the wall there was like a gap where the skirting board was. So it's like God was saying I need to seal that up properly. Why did God tell me to seal that up properly? Well, are you planning on infesting the house? Is that your plan? Y'all already tried it with the mop. Somebody tried it with the mop. I brought a brand new mop, and the mop came to me full of some little bugs inside. It's a good thing that before I used the mop, I washed out the mop or put the mop to soak in some hot water. That's what saved me from that infestation. Remember the time you infested my house with flies in Oxbridge? Those ones I think came in the soil for me to put in my plants. Let's see what God want to tell us about flexing. Aunties and uncles and cousins all join the family business. Oh, and brothers and sisters all join the family business of criminality. That's how they make their money. That's why they don't have to work. Nobody can survive off of what the government is giving you as governmental assistance. Nobody. And we already know Flexon's mother, Gwendolyn, is a criminal too, so I was just surrounded by a bunch of devils. Just everywhere I turned, it's just a devil. Devil, 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 devil. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we got the favorite again. Whose favorite am I? Whose favorite am I when I'm surrounded by so many haters? Who saw me as their favorite? Nobody from my childhood, nobody from my past ever, like, I've never been glorified or fucking I don't know of me ever being treated like more special than anybody. I was the favorite of whom? Must be God. I'm only God's favorite. Everybody else betrayed me. And who didn't betray me, they deserted me. They smile with me in my face and they're stabbing me in my back. Even my own father that I held in such high esteem. Do you know how much I cried? When Lawton died, I cried. I cried at the funeral, and when I went home, I cried again. And it was one of them terrible cries. And then after that, when I was going to work, several days I'm going to work and I'm crying on the bus. I had to stop myself from that, spectacle in public. I cried. till it hurt. I cried so much that it was hurting. I was hurting everywhere. I had to lay myself down on the floor. That's the second time in my life that I ever cried like that. So the card that come out is pregnancy, clarifying FLEXON. It's the underlying issue. So the underlying issue, we got absent parent, vacation, misguided, insurance, illness, funeral, faith, hedonism, DEUN Week's name get inside of this deck. Does this belong in here? Interesting. So we got custody, deceased, culture, communication, separation from the family. We got a physical fight, about the buying of a baby. The baby's freedom. Got stubbornness of the elder, relocation. I'm feeling two more. Wedding and schooling. That's followed by childcare. So my brother FLEXON is suffering from kidney failure. I feel he gets dialysis, I think twice a week. He goes to the hospital and they do that thing with the blood that they do to people who are on a treatment of dialysis twice a week. So let's read this and see what the message actually is. I wanted to bring out the cards before I started interpreting so I could interpret fluently. So the message that came out is pregnancy. What's pregnancy? Pregnancy is having something within you to birth. Okay, so in this case, it would be my money, my good credit. Okay, so let's read it in the context. So we have an absent parent, vacation, misguided. So what I'm getting from that is he wasn't getting any help from his parents. Misguided insurance, illness. So he probably needed insurance or some kind of money to help with his illness. And we got funeral faith. So he didn't have any faith. He stopped having faith in God. But FLEXON play gospel music morning, noon, and night when I'm at the house. Flexing play gospel music. But he don't have no faith. Then the hedonism come in. Hedonism is doing what you want, when you want, to who you want. So it's being inconsiderate of others and putting only your needs first. So instead of having faith in God, Flexon decided to use my details and my whatever to, I guess, pay for his healing, his medication. We got DEUN Weeks custody, deceased. So what, DEUN used to have my details. So DEUN was doing it before he was. It was a culture of theirs. Then we got communication and separation. So it looked like Uncle DEUN got his hands on my details first, and they were using my identity and doing financial fraud, committing financial fraud with my banking details and stuff like that. And then somehow Flexon got or took over the rights to my details, because it's like his case is more serious because he's doing it for illness. Uncle DEUN is a very worldly, materialistic guy. So Uncle DEUN, if Uncle DEUN had access to my bank details and he was to spend the money, he would spend the money on things like musical, like radios and designer couches and just upscale stuff. He's the type of person who like to live big. They like to look rich, but they don't want to work. So he had my details first. And then Flexon got my banking details after he took over. Flexon took over. So first DEUN had custody, and then that ceased. So then it's their culture to do this to people. Then they had communication, then they separated and went their own ways. And we got in-laws or step family, physical fight. So yeah, it was a big thing. It was a big fight between them when it comes to the handing over of my details, so that they can steal my identity and all type of financial fraud in my name that I know nothing about. So we got bought a baby, freedom, stubbornness of the elder. Well, that would be me. So they had a separation in the family and a physical fight about my details. That's what the bought a baby is about. It's not buying a baby, it's my details. So we got freedom, stubbornness of the elder, relocation, wedding, and schooling. So freedom, stubbornness of the elder. So somebody overpowered somebody. Then we got relocation. And then we got wedding, joining up with somebody else. And then we got schooling. Let's read on. Schooling. Then we got child care, abandonment, so of the two, I believe DEUN is the eldest, or the elder. Excuse me. DEUN is older than Flexon. So freedom, stubbornness of the elder, relocation, wedding, schooling, childcare, abandonment. He did get married and had a child. His child's name is Amor. So he just left and went on to get married. I must put her name in my deck too, Shawnette. Relocation, wedding, schooling, childcare. So that means they were doing this for a very long time then, because even when I was around them, they had my details and was using my details without my permission. But anyhow, let's see. So wedding, schooling, and childcare, then abandonment. So it's like, so Uncle Dion now didn't have no money to uh to take care of his child. So then we got abandonment. Let's read on. Abandonment, hospitalized. So he was using my money to raise his child, basically. So he was using my money to buy what he needed for Amor and his wife, Shawnette. So abandonment, we got hospitalized, afraid to speak up, medication, assurance. So he needed some solid about the black sheep. I guess this is me. So what he wanted to tell me: hospitalized, afraid to speak up, medication, assurance, the black sheep, agree to disagree. So it looked like Uncle Dion wanted to tell me, because I remember we were doing some karmic readings. We were doing some readings talking about karma, and one of my readings was saying that there's a man in my family and he wants to talk to me so bad, but God is keeping us separated. I remember I tell you, Uncle Dion always like keep the lines of communication open with us all the time, but I ignore him because I don't trust these people. So it looked like he wanted to tell me. So he used my card, all my details, my banking details, to fund his life as a father to his child. And then my brother needed it more. So there was a fight and my brother won. Okay. And now my brother got it, using it for his health insurance or something like that. My brother's using it for his health insurance or something like that. And then it's like now Uncle Dion want to tell what's really happening, but they're having a disagreement. They're having a disagreement. I'm busy. So we got agree to disagree, rules, inheritance, supernatural abilities, miracle, divorce. Let's read on. We got missing, protection, addict, disagreement. So there's like strong disagreements between them about how they should go about things, poor parenting. So it's like, what's the right thing to do? We got listening and healing. So why is like Uncle Dion having a change of heart or something? Healing children. That would be me. from the meanness that they've done to me. Prejudice. We got sexism, child protective services, classism, generational blessing with this club, manipulative tradition. So it's something that they do. This is the family business, to be criminals, thieves and murderers and liars. Yeah, tradition, incest, family is the family business. But it look like so how many of the other children in this family did these people do this to? So it is a customary thing to take the children's details and whatnot and start committing fraud in their name. So I don't know what they use my bank details for, but it was weird. And even when I called up to find out, when I was locked out of the bank account the first time, and I called up to talk to the person, the conversation with the person from the bank, if it was the person from the bank, because I went to Santander Bank and I made the phone call from Santander Bank, but because of the level of my enemy, United States government, they're in the underlying issue too. It's like you could put me through to anybody, one of their secret agents. So it's like the conversation wasn't really forthcoming, because I mean, I am me, and I'm asking like, why am I having a problem? And the man wasn't being forthcoming with anything. It's like he was playing with me more than anything else. I wasn't getting any answers. So it looked like Uncle DEUN is getting like a change of heart or something, and that's causing a fight among them, because it's like, why are you gonna tell? Yeah, family incest is the family. It's not actuals having sex with each other. It's the way that they're interacting with each other right now is they're adapting, arguing. There's a lot of fighting going on between them right now because of covetousness. He want the reconciliation. He want to talk to me. We got secret society, generational programming. That's what they do. That's what the Green family, Green/Weeks family of Kinsale Montserrat do. Betrayal. So how many of the other children did they do this to? Because it's like these people don't have no job. When I was younger, I was too young to understand the importance of having a job and these kind of things. And now I'm older and I understand more about life. I realize how necessary having a job actually is for you to have funds to fund your lifestyle. And the kind of lifestyle that this family they exhibit is like, I don't see where the money is coming from to give you guys the power to floss and flex like you do. But now it's making a whole lot of sense. They're doing a whole bunch of criminality behind the scenes, a whole lot of criminal behavior behind the scenes. That's how they make their money. From being a witch, making witch potions, to knowing the people to help them steal people's identities, to buying and selling babies, to you name it, these people are involved in it. And it's just how they live. Generational programming, betrayal of their morals. They betray their morals on a regular basis. These people, they act like they're God people and they're not God people. Marriage to the foolishness of their youth. They've been doing this for a very long time. They're stuck with it. Marriage is a partnership. They're in partnership with the foolishness of their youth. So they just keep going on and and on and on. And then they teach the younger ones. That's why now Siobhan and Cardon, they're now involved in the bullshit. They taught them to be this way. Child custody equals child support. So they do different things in the name of the children. It's a true confession. It's criminal behavior. So when they have the children, they use us to do stupid shit like this. And this is just one example. Only God knows what they're doing to the other children. That's why I say, I'm smelling somebody's perfume. Somebody's here. I can smell you. Again. When y'all want to astral travel or whatever the fuck y'all be doing, coming in here in invisible or whatever y'all be doing, y'all should leave the perfume or cologne. That's the second time now I'm doing a reading in the last 2 weeks or something, and I'm smelling somebody. Where the fuck that coming? I'm the only one in this house. My doors are closed. My windows are closed. I smell you. I may not be able to see, but I smell you. You're a fool. If you wanna be incognito, you should leave the fucking nice smelling stuff at your yard when you want to invade my territory. See, they had this guy calling me. He's my client. He's supposed to be coming around 4 o'clock, and he's calling me now. So they're trying to interrupt the reading, and that won't work. So now they make somebody else come in. And y'all saw what happened on the last video with how they just twisted my story. I diverted from talking about who's trying to poison with the fumes from the phone to talking about the banking issue. So the magicians are working hard. What do you want? I have a right to justice. You don't have to like it. Right is right and wrong is wrong. You hear me? And God's not going to let you people stop me. Justice is mine. Look how long I've been doing videos. Coming on here doing readings about all type of topics. And now I'm talking about my own personal topic. Y'all got all this strange shit to do. Y'all coming with all these strange new tricks. I see you're desperate. But I'm not going to shut up. I'm not going to stop. I want my justice. Period. Leave your bumbleclot, nice smelling stuff at your ass clot yard. And if you stink, you should wash yourself and just get everything off of you, because I'll smell you when you stink too. I smelled Gwen friend when I lived at Oxbridge Road. Gwen little lesbian friend, whoever the fuck she is. Smell like old children's school lunch, dirty children bottle. It must have been Blossom. Blossom has got a whole bunch of picnic around she. Udella. It must have been her. You look nice, but you stink. Smelling like old juice. I can't see you, but I can smell you. I have 5, 6 senses. I will perceive you if God want me to. So yeah, so they do these things to us, the children. They exhibit these criminal tendencies. And then we got religion and racism. So after they do all this criminality, they hide it behind religion. because they're in competition. The racism is giving me like competition vibes with who they truly are, DNA test results. So it's like hiding true who they truly are behind religion. But really and truly, they're criminals. But God said that shit is over, passed away. That shit been dead. Then God have I didn't know any better. So some of them they didn't know any better because it's a culture, the family culture. It's what they do. They've been doing it for generations. Because when I heard Diana Green come out in that first reading trying to this, it's like I never suspected that woman. That was a God woman in my eyes for all my life until now. I've never seen her as anything but a woman of God. So they hide behind religion. They hide the evil, devious, wicked nature behind religion. So yeah, that God said that shit been dead. We got I didn't know it better. Then we have disownership and apologize. So it looked like God is willing to forgive, of course, because if you didn't know any better and you're willing to walk in the right way now, because now you know better, then God can disown your crimes. God can forgive you of your crimes. Then we got self-employment. Apologize for the self-employment of the family business of criminality. It's immature. God says He's willing to forgive if y'all would stop doing your nonsense and start to live right. God says it's time for that shit to stop in this family. So all these other cousins and whatnot, they're going around helping these people to do these things to me. Y'all need to pay attention to what the fuck is being done to you behind your back. Because you're not exempt from the fucking betrayal. If they can use you, you're getting used. I was in danger all my life around my family. A whole bunch of people who act like they care about me but never did. Because they didn't know how. They were not taught. So there were like secret lessons going on that Chanel was never a part of. Because I had no inclination at all that these kind of things were going on around me and in my family. None whatsoever. All these things start coming to light now that they started to fight against me. I started to realize that any of my family had anything to do with anything that's going on here. The first person I suspected was Karen Allen, Malika's auntie, Jackie's sister. That's the first person I suspected. The next person I suspected as being close to me and doing some stupid shit to me was Venerine. When I got forced to come to England. After they gave me the injection and I couldn't take care of myself and Malika, I was forced to come to England. I didn't have a choice because why would I stay in a country being a burden on other people when I have a mother? I had to go where my mother is. That was my frame of thinking. That's why I came to England in the first place, because I had no desire to be in England. But I'm not going to be a burden to somebody else. I wasn't their child. Only to find out that the woman didn't really love me. She tried to get me to go on crazy pills as if I'm fucking crazy. I was never crazy. She tried to get me to continue crazy pill medication. And she tried to get me to not work and stay on government assistance. I went into the office with that doctor and I started pulling some moves on him. Like the doctor said, you're very fine. I tell the doctor, yo, in a couple of years' time, you're going to see me on TV. I'm a star. I'm not a pauper. I don't want no government help. I don't want to be on that shit. I want to work. The office was in Acton. South Hall, Acton, round them parts. That's where she took me, thinking I'm safe in her hands. I was not safe. That family business is immature. You need to get maturity because there's investigations going on. And you need to be missing from those investigations when they really start to look. You need to be found blameless. God said prayer works. So right now the family is being investigated. And God said you need to take yourself away before you get caught up in it too. The molestation is self-harm. I was told to continue. You think that by molesting us, you're hurting us. You're hurting yourself. Because now your crimes are catching up with you. Green family. From Kinsale, Montserrat. Green/Weeks family from Kinsale, Montserrat. You're being investigated for your crimes against all these children. I can smell that person again. Anyhow, it's cool. So yeah, so your molestation is actually self-harm. Sibling rivalry, cycle end. Y'all need to stop fighting against each other and figure how y'all gonna get through that shit. The cycle end of all your infidelity and your adultery. Your unfaithfulness. We got misunderstanding, work. They never taught you what real work looked like. Whoever taught you, they didn't teach you what real work looked like. A professional criminal career is not work. It is a jail sentence waiting to happen. It don't matter what Babylon is doing. You don't do what Babylon do, because Babylon will tell you it's okay until you get caught. And then they act like they're so holy when they're just as corrupt as you. But it don't matter because they didn't get caught. But they will throw your ass under the bus. They will throw the fucking book at you, as they say, in court. Everything they can charge you for, they will charge you for it as anytime you get caught. And you are being investigated. This is your warning. Stole a baby. It's passing away. It's time for it to stop. It's time for y'all to stop doing what you're doing to me and all these other children that you people are doing it to. This witchcraft is passing away. It's time for y'all to stop. Witchcraft investment. That's your business of choice. We got cycle start. Guide them, don't control them. Y'all are meant to be good parents. Y'all are meant to be good uncles and good aunties. But you couldn't possibly be because nobody taught you how. God said, I can forgive for that. And I can equally forgive for that. Because we are only as effective as our programming. We can only be what we've been taught to be. Until we know better, then it becomes a choice. If we choose to remain how we are, even though we know better, then it becomes a choice. It don't matter what's keeping you in there. You know better, so it's now your choice. Whether it's out of fear you're doing it, or you lack self-confidence that you're doing it, whatever you choose to stay in there for, it is still your choice. And it comes with consequences. God say y'all need to stop because you're being investigated. Guide them, don't control them. About business. Y'all didn't have no good teachers when it comes to business. Those before you were criminals, and I'm sure those before them were probably criminals too. So it became a family business. Generational programming. Y'all been doing it for time. So you obviously felt like it was right, but God says it stops with me. God said, from the time that you took me from my mother, it was the beginning of the ending for you. And God is giving you the opportunity right now to get out. God said, I can forgive what you've done so far if you choose to stop. Prayer works. Pray for deliverance. Get your life on the right track. Stop committing crimes or else be ready to do the time. That's why I keep having to cuss you people. Because business and pension, you're trying to secure your future. I understand that, but you're doing it through doing bad things. It doesn't exempt you from going to jail. And because God know that you people were taught wrong in the first place, that's why God is saying, I will disown your crimes if you pray and stop doing what you're doing. Pray for deliverance and stop doing what you're doing. Start walking the right path. All of you have gifts. All of you have talents. Stop being lazy. Stop being afraid. I made it in spite of all the things that y'all were doing to me behind my back. I made it without any support. I'm not more special than you. I chose God. That's why I made it. I chose to be a better person. That's why I made it. That's where my focus was. That's where my focus still is. And that's where my focus still going to be. So all the things that y'all are doing, trying to break me down and using me and abusing me and all, those things aren't going to change me from being who I am. I love who I am. I'm going to keep on loving people. I'm going to keep on taking risks to love people. Because I ain't not going to make me miss my blessing by putting up walls, keeping out hurt. Because I've already learned that when you put up walls to keep out those who would hurt you, you keep out those who would love you as well. So we have to take chances in life if we want to win. It's not easy, but it's doable. And I'm going to do it. I'm not going to allow you people to change me and allow me to be afraid of this world and afraid of the people in it. I'm not going to allow you people to make me be afraid of being hurt again. If somebody want to hurt me, it's okay. I'll cry and I'll get over it. And I'll know to cut you out. Now you get to hurt me once depending on your crime. Some crimes are forgivable, some crimes are not. But I won't be the type of person that you can hurt over and 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 over again like I used to be. I'm not going to be that person anymore. We got pension, childbirth, mental disturbance, competition. From the time I come in the picture, it was the beginning of the ending for you. Generational curse. From the time that y'all took me from my mother, the favorite, I am the last. God said, from the time that you people took me from my mother, it was the beginning of your ending. It's the beginning of the ending of your wicked ways. You need to stop. Green family and any other families out there that's doing this shit, I need to stop too. Because there's a Chanel in your bumbleclot family waiting to happen. Better believe it. The whole deck God made me go through the whole deck. God rearranged the whole deck to tell this story. Raising generations of criminals as if you can't do any better. God says it's okay, it's already done. God said, I'm going to let it go this time. But let's see what you do going forward, because you are being investigated. And right now, the way how the world is changing, the type of people that you knew in government, the links that you people had in government, these people are going to be removed because God is cleaning up the whole system right now. And justice will be served. It won't matter who the fuck you are and who you know. Police will be doing police work. Police will be serving we the people instead of being corrupted. Judges are not going to be corrupted anymore. Politics is not going to be corrupted anymore. That's the season that we're going into. So you're not going to have nobody to run to and hide your sins. You will not be able to hide your crimes. Okay. God gonna give you time to clean your shit up, because God is taking time to clean up the system as well. God is watching everybody to see how they're behaving and how they continue going forward, so God will know exactly who to remove and who to put in their position. So just watch and you see how the world is about to change into a much better place, because people who are willing to do the jobs that they sign up for, they're actually gonna do their job. And police, corrupt police, they're going to be put back on the news again, and the news is actually going to report the news again like it was intended to in the first place, instead of solving the serving the purpose of the corrupted corporations. Their allegiance isn't going to be to the corporations anymore. They're going to be able to do what they love to do again. Be investigative journalists and actually bring in the news that the people need to hear to the people. God is sorting all that out. God not hide anything for anybody. This period is a grace period for everybody. So if you know what's good for you, you will use these next couple years, at least 2 years, I'm feeling. You will use the next 2 years to get your life together and determine if you want to stay on your crooked path or if you want to make some positive changes in your life and become a better person, one that God, creator and sustainer of all things, is proud of. Anything outside of that, just know that you're about to get fucked up. You do the crime, you're going to do the time. Use your grace period wisely. This is a time of decision. I'm done this one right here.